Let me start by saying, first, I met Ruben through the Knights of Columbus. It's a fraternal organization through our church where we both, have worked together over the years, I'd say at least about 6 or 7, doing a lot of fundraising for charitable organizations that help the community. So I've always known Ruben as a person of compassion. And, this past January, I had the unfortunate time of losing my mother and honestly didn't know where to turn, how to handle the estate, but I was named as a co-trustee of the estate, and I was the only local child. So having to deal with the disposition of property within the trust, which the primary asset of my parents' livelihood over the years was all poured into this one home. This is a home that I grew up in and my parents occupied for 60 years. It was rather difficult. It was an extremely emotional time. With those types of emotions running, I really didn't know where to turn. And fortunately, I was thrown into several meetings with Ruben. Help me if you can, because myself, my brother, my sister, we didn't know how to handle the situation. And we figured a 60-year home, not a whole lot of additional upkeep over the last 10 years at least, since my father had, previously passed. We figured we could get like an investor more than likely to come in and just take it over, fix it up and sell it. We knew we would take less than probably what the property was worth to get that accomplished. But Ruben told me no. He said, no, you're selling yourself short. You're letting your emotions take over the control of the time and the situation. He said, we don't want to do that. He said, let me help you. And he has tremendously. We went ahead and we got together with Ruben. I was still the only physical person here, but I did keep my siblings apprised the entire time, and I'll come back to that in a minute. But Ruben showed me a method that he uses to market a home, a strategy that is used to help deliver through this type of time and any time. Quite frankly, I can see this now if you were selling a home. So his strategy did not preclude investors. In fact, it actually made them inclusive to the bidding type of environment that he was able to create to help market this property, not only for the highest price, but for the right buyer. And that's what I have to tell you I most admired. Ruben did not look solely at just dollars and cents or anything else. He knew this was our family home. He knew it was important to us to leave this home to another family that would hopefully have the same 60 years, if possible, to raise their family in and have the same enjoyment that we did. So Ruben's marketing strategy was totally inclusive of bringing all invested buyers to the table to make offers. And he totally guided us through this process. Quite honestly, he ran the process for me. I felt like I was constantly in not only fabulous hands, but I didn't necessarily need to be there. But he kept me informed every step of the way. Not only did, and I'm going to go back now when I say we, not only did he keep me informed, but he used modern tools of the day. He was providing me with video updates along the way so that I could share the exact same information with my brother and sister. So they were not totally excluded from the process. It wasn't just me restating what I was told. He was there physically on camera in these videos explaining to them the same thing he explained to me. Every time I had a question, I had a return call and a text. Quite frankly, within an hour at the absolute most, I have to tell you, I didn't even have to reach out because it seemed like he could read my mind and he was reaching out to me first. He told me and my family when we were going to sell this home, it was worth a significant amount more than what we had anticipated because we allowed our emotional selves to try to fix pricing and not necessarily what the market would do. He showed us what the market analysis was for the area. area, what was truly on track for where this price should fall. And honestly, he was 100% right. He felt this property would sell for, and it sold for that. He told us that he would have an environment of buyers who were eager to buy this home to live in, and he did. We found a family that made an offer and we accepted because they wanted to live in that neighborhood to be near their other family members. So we confidently were able to, at the end of this transaction, know that the neighbors in that neighborhood, that these people were going to fit in with, that was going to continue through that same legacy of families helping families, being friendly, kids growing up together, going to the same school. It was just fabulous. My brother has nicknamed, Ruben as the house whisperer, because Ruben not only knew how to market the home, he knew how to connect the right family to that property. We didn't have money for improvements. He took care of that. He told us he could fit that into the process, and he did. I didn't have contacts to make some of the cleanup and whatnot. He did. He took care of that. He got the right people in place to take care of those minor steps. He took over security for the house during that marketing time. He did all of this as he promised from the very first day I met him. He told me, I'm going to list this property on this day, and we plan to close 30 days or under on this day. Let me tell you, he was 100% accurate. He listed the house. We had the offer the next week. We closed the exact same day that he said we had planned to close on. This was a 30-day process, but it was so dynamic and exciting because within that time frame, not only did we sell a home, but a new family who would love that home also was able to close the deal, move in, and begin a new era of my parents' home. What a whole process to really honor their legacy. I would highly recommend Ruben to anyone and everyone, quite honestly. I've never had to go through this process before, but I have talked to others who have. My sister, for one, who has sold several homes and had nothing but horror stories and how she felt like she was outside of the process. But with this, Ruben and his company truly delivered on every single promise. Every timeline was there. There was never a time we could not connect. And as I told you, he uses modern technology to be assured that he can reach every person he needs to in the process, regardless of your work schedule, regardless of your location. Again, I highly, highly recommend Ruben and his company to anyone and everyone that is looking to sell a home and buy a home. He's the man to select, trust me.